Hey, welcome back to the Kevin Burke Show, everyone. I'm Kevin Burke, obviously. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me again, and I appreciate that. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently because all I want to talk about in this is Ben Roethlisberger, okay? Do you mind, Big Ben? You know, no more, no less, just Ben Roethlisberger. That's all I want to talk about. I want to talk about, he's obviously, in case you don't know where I'm going with this, he was, accused of sexual assault or rape, although charges were not filed. He was accused of this. Second time in as many years. Here's why I want to talk about this. A couple things with this whole situation, right? So it was March 5th. He was in this college bar in Milledgeville, Georgia. He owns a lake house about 30 miles away, right? He's out celebrating his 28th birthday, and, whatever happened. Who knows what really happened? Something did happen. It's not like nothing happened. Something did happen. We just don't know what. And there was something was caught on tape. Through the security camera of this bar or club, whatever it was, something was caught on tape. But somehow the tape was taped over. It was dubbed over because there's no remaining evidence on the video. It was recorded over after detectives and the club's manager watched it. Like before, investigators got to look at it. It was taped over because I guess their thing was that there was nothing on it that was conclusive, so we decided to tape over it. Really? It had to have had something on it for you to tape over it. I'm just saying, I don't get that. And then the DAs dropped the charges, or the DAs, I guess, stopped investigating and said that after interviews and after medical exams, it could not be proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Ben did anything. All right? Okay, fine. I understand all that. I heard that the reports say that this girl has, cuts, bruises, and vaginal bleeding. Again, I'm not trying to say Ben did that. I don't know that. I can't just cast that aspersion on him. That's irresponsible of me. But that's just something to think about. And we all know he took pictures with the cops before and after the alleged incident. I don't make much of that. It was just cops out and they see a guy, a celebrity, a famous guy. Hey, let's take a picture with that. I don't make much of that. But then there was one cop that one of the investigators he just quit a few days ago. I guess he said some derogatory things about the accuser. I don't know why he would do that. That makes me scratch my head a little bit. Does he know something that we don't know? I don't know. So all this goes on, right? The whole Ben Roethlisberger thing. You know what happened. And I'm not going to waste your time anymore telling you what happened. You know what happened. You've been watching TV, right? But my thing is that this is the second time in as many years that's happened with Ben. All right, he's actually still being sued from his alleged rape for an employee at Harrah's Casino in Vegas. That's still going on. This one, it's not done for now. He may face a civil case, right? Here's my thing. Santonio Holmes got into some problems, and he was traded to the Jets. Now Santonio Holmes, his problems were substance abuse problems and some other off the field problems. Now it's the headlines are that the Steelers trade troubled wide receiver Santonio Holmes. All of a sudden, he's troubled wide receiver now. Like, when was that? I mean, when did that happen? When did he become troubled wide receiver? We talk about Ben Roethlisberger. It's just Ben Roethlisberger. He's not troubled Ben Roethlisberger. In as many years? Two Ben? I don't understand that. My question is, not that the Steelers would be dumb to trade Ben Roethlisberger, but, And don't get me wrong, Ben is definitely getting his just desserts in the press. The press is all over this. They weren't over the one last year, and I got upset by that. No one was really talking about the one last year, but they're all over this. And his apology. He had that apology in the locker room. I mean, are you kidding? Can you get a podium? Can you get your Tiger Woods on, get a podium, and really feel sorry, really feel remorseful for what happened or what didn't happen? Again, something had to have happened. But okay, here's I'm going off on tangents. Here's my thing. Again, his second time in as many years. What I think has been swept under the rug, and I think has not been talked about at all, is why the hell does Ben Roethlisberger, okay, the starting quarterback of one of the top 5 most famous franchises in the NFL, again, a 2-time winning Super Bowl champion, a quarterback. Quarterback is the most glamorous position in all of sports. It gets no more high profile than Ben Roethlisberger. Why the hell does Ben Roethlisberger have to impose himself on any woman? You mean to tell me he can't find a consenting woman? Like, seriously. That sounds I'm sorry. I hope that don't offend anybody with that. That sounds kind of insensitive, but you can't find a consenting woman. Honestly, Ben Roethlisberger, he should go to jail just for that. The fact that he can't, that he feels the need to do this twice. Come on, Ben. Seriously? Come on. You really got to do that? And here's there's going to be a whole, it's going to get really ugly now because, Roger Goodell is going to come down on this, right? The Rooneys, the owners of the Steelers said that he's going to be fine. He's going to be punished once, either by the Steelers or by the NFL, not twice. Goodell said he's going to wait until after the draft to hand down his punishment. Now, all the defenders of, and I'm not either for or against Ben. I'm not. This sounds like I'm hating on Ben. I'm not. All the defenders of Ben say that, what are you going to suspend him for? He wasn't charged or convicted on anything. You have no grounds to suspend him. And I completely hear that. I definitely hear you. No doubt about it. But there has to be some violation of the league conduct policy. There has to be some gray area or fine line. I think there's no way in hell, like I forgot to mention, Santonio Holmes was suspended for 4 games. No way on earth does Ben get 4 games. I think Ben gets 2 games, but if Ben gets nothing, there's going to be this whole racial thing now, right? And race is important to talk about. Race is not always necessary, but sometimes it is necessary. It may be here if he gets nothing. I don't know, because my thing is that Goodell has suspended people in the league for doing what I consider less than what Ben has allegedly done. And again, no, it's all alleged. He hasn't been convicted of anything. But I think there has to have been some cover up in the whole Millersville thing. I think there was some cover up. I think, again, I don't know. I'm really torn. I'm not sure what Goodell should do. If I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. If he doesn't, there's going to be a whole black-white thing. If he does, everyone on the other side is going to be up in arms. So I don't know what to make of this, but I think it's worth pointing out. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on this whole Ben Roethlisberger thing and get back to you guys and see what should happen. But if I had to make an opinion, I say that he needs to get something. He has to get 2 games because each incident, I don't think these girls each pulled this out of the hat. There has to be some legitimacy to these things. So Ben needs to get 2 games, no more than that. I think that should be fair, all right? That's all I got for you right now. What do you guys think? Let me know. Comment. I don't know how you feel, but again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me again, and I appreciate that. That's all I got for you, all right? Get out of here.